What's up, everybody? I'm just filming a quick little race log here. Tomorrow is May 17th and the Tempe International race. I'm just doing the sprint. My goal this year is the San Diego International, which for those of you guys who are pretty hardcore, it's a pretty short race. I'm looking to do it in a pretty quick time though. Last year I did it in 2 hours and 14 minutes, and I'm going to try and break 2 hours this year. So what I'm really doing this year is focusing on shorter course stuff, just trying to get as fast as I can. And so tomorrow is the sprint. Getting ready for this, what I've been doing is a version of P90X combined with triathlon training that I put together. Has me doing doubles about 3 days a week. So, for example, I'll do a double where I would do chest and back and go for a run. Or shoulders and arms and go for a bike ride. Try to avoid, working upper body on days that I swim. Sometimes you can't do that, so a lot of times I'll double up yoga and swimming, and that seems to work pretty well for me. So anyway, pretty excited about the race, looking forward to it. Don't really have a specific target in mind. It is our triathlon club championship, so I'm going to try and bust it, but I'm in a pretty competitive age group, so I don't know that I'm going to score much more points than the single point for finishing, but that would be nice to finish in the top 5 and get a couple points for the squad. But yeah, so just excited about tomorrow, looking forward to it. We'll give a little post-race report after the race tomorrow. Morning, everybody. It's 5:15 right now, and sun's just coming up, and I'm just walking over to transition to get ready for the race. So, looking forward to it. It's a nice day. I'm feeling good this morning. Had a nice Shakeology for breakfast, and I'm ready to go, man. The view of the chaos that is transition as the sun goes up and everybody gets ready to go. Little post-race report here. Unofficial time was 1:19 today, which is about 4 minutes slower than I was looking for. I was trying to get 1:15. Kind of a comedy of errors. They lost my timing chip in the morning. I had two issues on the bike, one with wheel, one with chain. Pretty strong everywhere else though, so it's a good time. I'll break down all the numbers and we'll follow up. But here's the transition area, what's left of it, the shrapnel. Look at what a mess this place is. You got a lot of people still out on the bike on the Olympic course. I just did the sprint today. So these are all the sprinters. Everybody's packing up. Hey everybody. This is Dave. I am doing my post-race wrap-up. I shot a little video from the transition area, which I announced that my unofficial time was 1:19. As I was walking away, they announced that those results were all messed up. Apparently the starter held some groups back. So I'm just going to go off my watch here and tell you what I did. So my total time was 1:16:36. So that's a 400-meter swim, a 12.5-mile bike ride, and a 3.1-mile run. So not too bad. Heart rate, an average of 169. The peak was 183. That's probably within that last sort of half a mile as I was really chugging. I was really making an effort to keep my heart rate below 175, in particular on the bike, trying to save some stuff for the run. A few other stats here. My calories burned was 1,136, which is pretty good for that. And training effect was 5.0, which is good. So this watch, which is the Sunto T6, will tell you training effect, which you can use during your training to tell you whether you're undertraining or overtraining. 5.0 is the max for a race. That's exactly where you want it. You want to be really, really pushing it during your race periods. So a little bit about the race. It was kind of a comedy of errors. They gave my timing chip to somebody else in the morning. They handed them out this morning instead of giving them out usually as they do last night. Gave my chip to somebody else. That took time. I didn't have a whole lot of time in transition to get ready. Had some issues with the wheels that I was using as far as getting enough air pressure in them. The swim went okay. We got in the water and the starter said, "Okay guys, get ready, you have 5 minutes." So it's a warm water swim today, no wetsuits, so everybody sat there and treaded water for 5 minutes. And if you've ever treaded water for 5 minutes, I did a couple laps, as did a couple other people, but if you've ever had to just tread water for 5 minutes, it's pretty tough. Start went, but the race went pretty good. The swim was pretty strong. I got out of the water about 9.5 minutes, something like that. So for 400 meters, that's sort of average, not great, not awful. Had a good strong bike ride. Averaged about 21 miles an hour on the bike ride. I rented some Aero wheels, Zip 404s, which seemed to make a huge difference. I felt really strong on the bike. Trouble keeping my heart rate down, but I felt really strong on the bike. Got out on the run, and I've had an ongoing issue with cramping on the run for whatever reason. I'm not sure why. If anybody has a clue as to what is going on, I'd love to know. I thought for a while that it was that I was taking in too much liquid on the bike, and I made a real conscious effort. I had a relatively small sort of profile design Aero drink bottle, and I maybe drank half of it. So I made a real conscious effort not to guzzle fluids, and I'm using Accelerate while on the bike. And so, but I get out on the run and cramp. I think I averaged over 8 minutes mile on the run, which it just sucks. That's one of my pet peeves is being over 8 minutes per mile. So that was the issue. My goal was to finish in 1:15. Brought it home in 1:16:36, at least according to my watch. So not too far off for a race that was a real warm-up race. I felt pretty good about that. So that is the race report.